You gotta be cool, calm, collected, look your feel.
Hey friends, this is Nate, obviously. So I want to talk to you about some shortcuts. Keyboard shortcuts are actually pretty awesome. You just have to take a second to see which ones are available and just memorize them, just practice them until you learn them. So I want to show you 13 keyboard shortcuts that will, let's call them the lucky 13. And it's going to save you time and be kind of fun at the same time. I think it's fun anyway. So these are for using in your good old Google Docs. So here's a Google Doc I have, and I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do. So let's say I'm rocking this out. Let's start with just some text modification. So, okay, let's say I like these words here. If let's see, annual obligatory. Let's say I want to make those bold. I'm going to say Control and B. Notice it goes bold. If I want to unbold it, Control B again. Next one is italicize. So that is Control I. Notice there it goes, italicize, and Control I sends it back to where it came from. Let's underline it. Control U. So you can see I'm just doing these with keyboard, just quick strokes. And if you get, so you learn one or two of these a day, you get a super huge archive of keyboard shortcuts, which is awesome. Let's try this awesome one. Alt plus Shift plus 5. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Oh yeah, that's right. It's going to strike through. I like strike through. I don't know about you. So I'm going to Alt Shift 5 again. Oops, got to do it all at once. Alt Shift 5. Oops. Fail. Let me re-highlight that. Alt Shift 5 and on strike throughs. Sorry about that little glitch. So those are some good ones. Now, if we want to make some words big and some small, we don't want to be like up here. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go Control Shift and then the little right arrow thing or the period button. So you can see every time I push it, it's getting bigger. And then the down arrow or the comma, every time I push it, it's getting smaller. So that's how you can modify the text size. So that's a pretty cool one, I think. But let's go to some things you can do just with the mouse. So I'm going to call these keyboard shortcuts, but they're just with the mouse, okay? So let's see here. If I was like global warming, I want to highlight the word global. All I have to do is double click. So if you double click any word, you have it highlighted. That's useful. So if I wanted to underline that word or whatever, and you know, I can double click on any word. Okay. What if I triple click? That'll do a whole paragraph. And once something is highlighted, I can grab it. And notice, look at that little blue line. That's showing where I want to move this to. So if I want to move that whole paragraph, click on a selected paragraph and drag it, and then boom, it moved it all the way down there. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. So let's go back. What have we done? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go to just some random ones. If I wanted to undo that move or undo anything I do, this one of the awesome ones, Control Z. Control Z is going to undo the last thing you did. And you can actually go Control Z, 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 and it's going to undo, 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 undo. If I want to redo something, Control Y. So that moves it back. So I can go back and forth. Control Z, Control Y. If you can't make any decisions in your life, you're just a Control Z, Control Y person. And you're just going back and forth. I want to select everything I see on a page. Control A is select all. That's great. So if you need to delete something really fast, if your boss is coming in, let's go. What if I'm looking for, I'm like, I know I was talking about Mars on there. Let's go Control F. And notice up here it says find in documents. I'm just going to go Mars. Boom, there it is, and it's highlighted. By the way, Control F works on a web page too, so that's super useful. And so I'm like, oh, there it was when I was talking about Mars. That's super cool. And my last one for you, Control T, is open a new tab. So you're out of there. You're done. So I hope those are kind of fun for you. 13 lucky keyboard shortcuts. Again, I super suggest you just to use one a day. Say, I'm going to learn this one a day. And then pretty soon you got like a dozen, you got 24 keyboard shortcuts. These are awesome. And they do save a lot of time. And it's fun. Your fingers will say thanks. All right, rock on. Have a good day.